Types of mixtures. We will start this section with an activity. Activity. For this activity, we need 4 beakers, potassium permanganate and sodium chloride, spatulas and water. Label the 4 beakers as A, B, C and D. Fill all the beakers up to the 100 ml mark. Put 1 full spatula of potassium permanganate in the beaker A. Put 2 full spatulas of potassium permanganate in the beaker B. Put 2 different ratios of potassium permanganate and salt in the beakers C and D. Truly, stir all the liquids in all the beakers. You will notice that the color of the mixture in the beaker A is less dense than that of a mixture in beaker B. Even though these colors are different from each other, in the individual beakers, the potassium permanganate is distributed evenly and hence they are called as homogeneous mixtures. The mixture in the beakers C and D contain different components of potassium permanganate and salt, and their color varies throughout the mixture and hence they are called as heterogeneous mixtures. Activity. This is similar to the activity 1 before. For this activity, we need 4 beakers, potassium permanganate and copper sulfate, wheat flour, milk, spatulas, a filter paper, 4 conical flasks and water. Label the 4 beakers as A, B, C and D. Fill all the beakers up to the 100 ml mark. Put few grains of copper sulfate in the beaker A. Put a full spatula of copper sulfate in the beaker B. Put a spoon of wheat flour in the beaker C. And put 2 teaspoons of milk in the beaker D. Thoroughly stir all the liquids in all the beakers. Prepare 4 conical flasks with each one having a filter paper. Pour each of the mixture throughout a filter paper covered conical flask. You will notice all the liquid has seeded into the beakers A and B and nothing is left on the paper. This type of combination is called as a solution. The flour from the beaker C is filtered out in the conical flask, and when the flour was with the water, it did not combine with it. The particles were dispersed in the water. This type of mixture is called as a suspension. This type of mixture is called as a suspension. Notice that the particles got separated even before the pouring through the filter. In the mixture D, you will notice that there is nothing in the filter paper. This is a colloidal solution and we will study the properties in the subsequent sections.